Across parts of the area, really here in Missouri right now, mostly north of Highway 60. We have some rain, some thunderstorms, and a little bit more trying to develop back over in Oklahoma and Kansas, working their way close to I-49. Currently nothing severe, but some pockets of heavy rain back into parts of Christian County, Douglas County, into Wright County, all the way back up into Phelps County right now, with a little bit of lightning in there as well. Throughout the day today and into the evening, we'll continue to see a few scattered showers and thunderstorms, mostly here in Missouri. Some may be trying to clip into parts of northern Arkansas, with a few more showers and storms that could be severe overnight tonight. Temperatures right now cooler in some of our northernmost counties, in the 50s, where you had a little bit more rain this morning. 75 in Branson, though, 76 in West Plains, and 74 in Harrison right now. Through the rest of your evening, or your afternoon, I should say, we'll see temperatures climbing back in at the mid to upper 70s by around 4 or 5 o'clock, and maybe some low 80s into parts of northern Arkansas if you stay a little bit drier today. We'll talk more about your severe risk over the next couple of days coming up. Some pretty heavy rain covering most of Wright County right now, and heading into Texas County. Isolated thunderstorm back over into Christian County, and then covering parts of southern Phelps County as well, south of I-44, with some rain and storms. Now, I will say models are not doing a great job with kind of what's happening currently, but as we head into the afternoon, this model may be showing some of the best picture of what we might expect heading into the evening, and that is still a few scattered showers and storms through the late afternoon and into the evening hours, maybe a few more trying to develop. This model's a little bit more aggressive with developing some more storms this evening north of I-44, certainly not out of the question. But we are looking at the certainty for rain and storms late overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning, with this wave of storms back over from Oklahoma and Kansas, moving close to I-49 after midnight, and then close to sunrise around Highway 65 here, splitting our area in half, and then tracking off to the east after sunrise, maybe starting to weaken a bit as it does so. But some of those storms overnight could be severe. Wind and hail, those primary threats, but an isolated tornado can't be ruled out. Now, by tomorrow afternoon, the potential for maybe a few more isolated storms to try and pop up again, mostly here in Missouri, maybe a few into parts of northern Arkansas. So today's severe risk, it is going to be greatest back over off to our west. For us, we're really just kind of looking at this level 1 marginal risk for severe storms today. Like I mentioned, wind and hail, the primary threat. Isolated tornado overnight tonight can't be ruled out. Tomorrow, we have a level 1 marginal risk west of, or I should say east of 65, and that is for quarter-sized hail, maybe some gusty winds there too tomorrow afternoon. Now, throughout the day today, temperatures will be a bit variable at times based off of the rain and storm coverage, but we're still above average. It's still warm and very humid, climbing into the mid to upper 70s for most today. Maybe a few low 80s into parts of northern Arkansas. And then by 9 o'clock, cooler north of I-44 with maybe a few more showers there. Still warmer further off to the south. And we'll look at temperatures tomorrow morning in the mid 60s waking up. So very warm. That's where our highs should be. And we'll be in the 70s and 80s through Friday. Cold front will finally sweep through one last time on Saturday. That's what's kind of bringing us this really active pattern over the next couple of days as it moves back and forth across the region. But it passes by for last time Saturday. We're cooler during the day, and then we'll be in the 60s as we start next week off. Now, I want to talk about a first alert weather day on Friday. In the afternoon, maybe a stray shower or storm, and some of those could pack a punch as well. We have a lot of instability to work with Friday afternoon, but the main event, I think, happens overnight as this line of storms begins to push on in with that cold front and will bring us the potential for some storms that could produce damaging winds, large hail, and maybe even a spin-up tornado or two as well. But we're dry by Saturday afternoon, and your Easter Sunday looking really nice. Level 2 slight risk for severe storms Friday night, highlighted there. You see in all the way through Morgan County, heading into 7 p.m. today. It begins through Thursday afternoon. A lot of rain on the way from today all the way through Saturday. The potential for severe storms today, Thursday, and Friday evening. And storms right now here across mostly Missouri. We have some rain and some storms moving back on in from Oklahoma and Kansas, riding along I-49, and here across parts of south central Missouri, we have some pockets of heavy rain and some thunderstorms there too. Now, into the day today, we'll continue to track a few showers and storms from now all the way through the evening, mostly here in Missouri, maybe pretty isolated in into parts of northern Arkansas. And then overnight tonight, a larger wave of storms begins to move on in. Temperatures right now cooler for some in the upper 50s in Camdenton and Warsaw, 74 here in Springfield, 75 in Monette, and 76 in Mountain Home right now, already 80 in Harrison. We'll continue to climb into the upper 70s for many, though, this afternoon with clouds hanging around and rain on and off at times for the day today. Temperatures will be back in the low 70s. It's a little bit cooler in some of our northernmost counties, actually behind a stalled out front that we have situated kind of right about here. And then south of that front, upper 70s to low 80s. Now, over the next couple of days, we are tracking a couple chances for some strong to severe storms, with Friday evening and overnight being a first alert weather day. So we'll talk more about that severe risk coming up.
Thanks, Dan.
A few scattered showers and storms situated mostly here in Missouri, south of I-44 and riding along I-49, crossing back over into parts of Cedar, Dade, Lawrence, and eventually over into Berry County as well. Right now, a little bit of heavy rain in southern Phelps County, south of Rolla, and a few thunderstorms over in eastern Douglas County. Nothing severe right now, and we'll continue to watch some scattered storms this afternoon. No models have really been doing a great job picking up on what's currently happening, but as we head into the afternoon, I do still think there's a chance for some scattered rain and storms that will continue into the evening, especially north of Highway 60, situated right about here. Maybe a stray shower or two further south. But our best chance for storms will come overnight tonight after midnight as a wave of storms that develops over in Oklahoma and Kansas continues to work its way on in. These could pack a punch with a severe risk. This is 3 a.m. west of 65, kind of right along Highway 65 here by 7 o'clock, and then tracking over into our eastern counties and beginning to weaken as it does so. Into the afternoon tomorrow, we'll have some clouds hanging around and maybe a few more isolated storms in the afternoon and early evening, with more rain and storms for parts of the day on Friday. Now today's severe risk, level 1 marginal risk for severe storms, so basically a low risk. It's obviously better off to our west where there's a level 3 enhanced risk, but storms today could produce quarter size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and overnight to tonight also the potential for maybe an isolated tornado. So be sure to have at least 2 ways to receive weather alerts before you go to bed tonight. One of those could be the KY3 weather app. Tomorrow, low risk for severe storms too, east of Highway 65, level 1 marginal risk, gusty winds, maybe some quarter-sized hail. Now today, temperatures will be variable thanks to we have a cold front kind of stalled out right here in some of our northernmost counties. North of it, upper 60s to some 70s, still a little bit cooler in Kansas City and St. Louis. But south of there here for much of our area should climb into the upper 70s to low 80s still today. And then into the evening, little variable still. Overnight tonight, though, all of us sitting in the mid-60s out the door tomorrow morning. Staying warm Thursday and Friday, well above our average high of 64 degrees. We'll be in the upper 70s to low 80s. That same cold front that I talked about in our northernmost counties, it brings rain and storms daily all the way through your Saturday morning. But it finally punches through one last time on Saturday, and it will push in some cooler air behind it heading into the weekend with a dry and mild start to next week. Now, Friday is a first alert weather day, and that's going to be for storms Friday late evening and overnight. So we start the day off, I think, pretty dry. There is a chance for a few isolated storms, though. Friday afternoon, we'll have a lot of instability for rain and storms to work with, especially in the afternoon. And then continuing overnight, this line of rain and storms moves on in. Some of these could be severe, with all severe threats looking possible, and the potential for maybe some flooding in spots. But rain clears out by Saturday afternoon, and we are dry for your Easter Sunday. Level 2 slight risk for severe storms Friday night north of I-44 and west of Highway 65. Then weather pattern today across the U.S. with numerous showers, storms, some snow. It does look like there is a little bit of rain on Florida's east coast, so that may interfere with launch today. We'll see. But heading into the afternoon, tracking some showers and storms kind of along a stalled out front here across parts of the Midwest up into the Great Lakes. Some severe storms back over in Virginia and West Virginia right now. Off towards the West Coast, big area of low pressure bringing rain and some snow for them from California up through Washington and Oregon. And then in the Dakotas, some snow today. Four Corners region getting in on some rain and some snow. But active weather this week week with several days of severe storms. Level 3 enhanced risk highlighted there in orange from southern Kansas down into Texas. And then tomorrow looking at a level 3 enhanced risk as well from Iowa, Illinois into southern Wisconsin there as well. For us in the Ozarks tomorrow, it's just a level 1 marginal risk, and also looking at a level 3 enhanced risk for Friday to our north. For us, level 2 slight risk here in the Ozarks. Here's that stalled out front. You can see the temperature difference from the north to the south. 84 in Atlanta, 43 in Chicago, 52 in Omaha, and 88 in Dallas south of that front today. Cooler air though by Saturday as that front continues to work its way further south. Is a surprise to many, but this past March was the warmest ever on record here in Springfield as well as Harrison. Now this is based off of average highs. Collectively, average temperature, Springfield came in second when you factor in lows. Harrison came in first regardless. So it's been very hot. So 2026 will go down in history for a super warm March here in Springfield. That beats 2012. And then in Harrison, you also beat 2012 for the hottest March on record, kind of really beating that high. The average high was 73.6, beating 72.2. So very warm temperatures throughout the month of March. And to take that even further, West Plains and Rolla had their second hottest Marches on record. So very warm temperatures, and I will say many areas hitting 90 degrees and hitting 90 degrees very early. I believe it was Rolla who had their hottest temperature ever recorded in the month of March. So here's what we can expect. 90-degree facts. We normally have our average first 90-degree day. That's no mistake, June 10th, and really just about everyone hit it here in the month of March. And our earliest was March 20th here in Springfield. This year we hit it March 21st, so it was almost our earliest, and it's not until September 10th that we typically see our last 90-degree day. Northernmost counties, Vernon County through Morgan County, that goes from 7 p.m. today through Thursday afternoon. We have a daily severe risk from today, Thursday, and Friday evening, continuing into the overnight hours. Friday evening and overnight, first alert weather day. We have storms hanging around Saturday morning, but they clear. Have some scattered rain and thunderstorms really situated here north of Highway 60 mostly, and we have some heavier thunderstorms back over into parts of Wright County right now. And also a pop-up shower back over moving into Douglas County. We'll continue to see some scattered rain and thunderstorm chances this evening, mostly north of Highway 60 and west of Highway 65 with a few thunderstorms possible. Some could be on the strong to maybe low end severe side, but some more storms overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, also posing a severe risk. Right now, temperatures though a little variable thanks to a stalled out front. North of that front, cooler in the 60s, and also cooler where we have some rain right now. 63 in Salem, 64 in Lebanon, 80 in Harrison, and 81 in Branson. Clouds hanging around for the rest of your evening. Temperatures back in the 70s for many into the early overnight hours tonight. Temperatures for everyone though waking up tomorrow morning will be back in the mid 60s, and tomorrow afternoon another warm day in the upper 70s for many. We'll have maybe a few more storms like I mentioned tonight, and a first alert weather day for storms Friday night that I'll talk about coming up soon. North of Hartville, it's not severe warned, but it could have produced maybe some at least small hail while it's continued to track off to the east. It looks like it's maybe a little weaker right now heading over towards Ruby Doo, but we'll continue to watch these storms closely. They could produce some small hail, some gusty winds, and then maybe even some strong to low and severe storms hanging around still into the evening, and certainly overnight tonight that potential still there. Here's a look at 8 o'clock. Rain still mostly north of Highway 60 at this point, and then overnight a wave of storms moving on in. This is 3 o'clock in the morning. Storms continuing to work their way back across the state line and look to be west of Highway 65 at this point. Moving into some of our westernmost counties, we could likely see some of the strongest storms here now north of I-44, west of Highway 65, back here in this area from Nevada, maybe over towards Osceola, maybe back over towards Bolivar. But still a severe risk for all of these storms continuing to work their way to the east. This is 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. It's kind of like sunrise happens. They hit Highway 65 here, splitting the area in half. And then you notice it does look like have a very likely chance of maybe quickly weakening by the mid-morning as they track over into our eastern counties. I don't want to rule out maybe still a few stronger storms though there. And then a few more scattered showers and thunderstorms heading into Thursday afternoon. Then overnight, maybe a shower or two, but better rain and storm chances Friday night. So today, severe risk has gone up just a bit from earlier on in the day. They have now increased us to a level 2. Slight risk for severe storms highlighted in yellow west of Highway 65. Level 1 marginal risk there in green. Wind and hail, the primary threats, but there is a very low, just not zero risk for a tornado overnight tonight. Tomorrow, level 1 marginal risk over now east of Highway 65 into the morning and afternoon hours. Wind and hail really just kind of those primary threats there too. Now heading into the evening, temperatures will be a bit more variable north of the interstate, slightly cooler, but still above average in the upper 60s to mid 70s further to the south. Everyone stays very warm overnight tonight, warm and really stuffy tomorrow morning. We'll wake up in the mid to maybe even some upper 60s, and then highs tomorrow climbing back quickly into the upper 70s for highs. We have more rain and storms Friday night into Saturday morning as a cold front works its way through for the final time, cooling us off and bringing us some more storm chances. Here's a look at that timing. Friday night is going to be a first alert weather day. In the afternoon, I don't want to rule out maybe an isolated shower or storm. Some of those could still also pack a punch. We have a lot of instability in the atmosphere to work with. But the main event happens, I'd say, as the sun goes down. We'll see rain and storms punching on in with that cold front continuing through sunrise on Saturday, but clearing out quickly. I'd say by lunchtime, most are looking to be pretty dry for now, and we look dry and cooler for your Easter Sunday. So Friday night, level 2 slight risk for severe storms highlighted in yellow covers a little bit more than half of the area. Level 1 marginal risk there in green with all severe threats looking possible. And let's add on the potential for some flooding. On average, 1.5 to 2.5 inches across the area. I do think, though, we could see some spots maybe picking up more than 4 inches of rain. That likely chance would likely be for a few north. Surprise that we had our warmest March on record here in Springfield when factoring in average highs collectively through the month. We had an average high temperature of about 70.2. That is well above average, and we beat the old record set back in 2012 at 69.9 degrees. Harrison, you also had a record-shattering month, having your hottest March on record for your average high, but also just collectively your average temperature in general, and you shattered the old record set back in 2012 as well. So a very hot month. While it wasn't number 1, we'll take number 2. West Plains and Rolla both had their second hottest Marches on record as well. And I do want to remind you that Rolla actually had their hottest temperature ever recorded in the month of March this month, hitting 91 degrees, but they also had the top 4 spots hit as well. So very hot across our entire area. And to put this into perspective, we typically see our average first 90-degree day. Yes, that's correct. June 10th, I should say. So for the month of March, we are well exceeding that, and we are continuing to track some warm temperatures through much of the week, but we'll finally cool down a little bit closer to average heading into the start of next week. Across parts of the Ozarks north of Highway 60, swath of showers and storms, and tonight, more showers and storms moving on in. Widespread rain overnight into sunrise tomorrow morning. We'll wake up in the mid-60s and some pretty breezy winds tonight and for the day tomorrow as well. Strong to severe storms for the evening and overnight hours tonight, and also a severe risk for your Thursday and Friday evening and overnight as well. I'll time the system out for you hour by hour and talk about the threats you can expect on KY3 News at 5. Storms across parts of the area, mostly north of Highway 60, and we'll continue to see some more develop over the next couple of hours. I'd say mostly north of I-44 and west of Highway 65, maybe a better potential for some more storms tonight, some of which could be on the strong to severe side. We're continuing to look at some heavy rain, though, and maybe even some small hail and some gusty winds back over into parts of Dallas County right now. A little bit of lightning mixing in there, too. Not severe warned, but certainly I'd say on the stronger side. heading back up off to the north and east. Now over the next few hours, we're still tracking rain and storms. This is 8 o'clock, showing rain mostly north of the interstate. More building in back from the west over in Kansas and Oklahoma. Those continue to shift off to the north and east. And then by around 3 o'clock in the morning, we'll be tracking this larger wave of showers and storms still off to our west, but moving on in through sunrise tomorrow morning, riding along Highway 65. Some of these could also be on the severe side and produce some very heavy rain, with likely the heaviest highlighted here in some of our northwesternmost counties. Now, as we take you into the mid-morning, it looks like these showers and storms really begin to weaken kind of quickly, but still maybe a few thunderstorms that could pack a punch, not a zero chance. And then heading into the afternoon tomorrow, a few more widely scattered showers and storms, some of which could also be maybe on the stronger side. Then by the evening hours, I think coverage shrinks up a bit, with maybe just a few lingering Thursday into the late evening and overnight. Today's severe risk, though, is a level 2 slight risk west of Highway 65 here, level 1 marginal risk there in green. We're looking at all severe threats possible heading into the night tonight, but wind and hail, really those primary threats. That tornado risk is going to be low to very low. But still, before you head to bed tonight, make sure you have at least 2 ways to receive weather alerts. Tomorrow, it is going to be a lower risk east of Highway 65 there. I'd say wind and hail, really those threats for tomorrow afternoon and evening. Now, temperatures today still very warm for most, but 9 o'clock, upper 60s north of a stalled out front to mid 70s further to the south. Temperatures only dropping back into the mid 60s tomorrow morning, and highs tomorrow still well above average, upper 70s, flirting with the 80s again for highs Thursday. Friday also very warm, but a cold front will finally begin to work its way through for the last time on Saturday, and that will cool us off as we head into the start of next week, and then we will begin to dry out for your Easter Sunday. So Friday night is the first alert weather day as we track another wave of strong to severe storms that I think could bring us some very heavy rain and maybe a few more strong to severe storms than what we'll see tonight and tomorrow. So here's a look at 1 o'clock, maybe a few isolated thunderstorms in the afternoon. There will be a lot of energy for storms to work with. Overnight, that front begins to work its way closer and then continuing to pass by into the day Saturday. This is 6 a.m. though, so early in the morning, rain looks to be mostly south of I-44, continuing to clear out by the afternoon and evening hours. And your Easter Sunday is looking dry all day, and we will be a lot cooler. Now, Friday's severe risk is for the overnight hours, like I said, and that is going to be a level 2 slight risk for severe storms, with I'd say all severe threats looking possible, and we'll add on that potential for maybe some flooding in spots. Now, through the week, we stay warm. Thursday, Friday, cooler on Saturday. A little bit below average for Easter Sunday. Some frost possible Sunday and Monday morning, and then back in the 60s Monday, Tuesday, 70s by the middle of next week again.
Okay.
Weather school question today. Fossilized pollen can provide valuable information about ancient soil chemistry, ancient oxygen levels, or the history of plant life.
I haven't had one to stump me like this one in a while, and I'm thinking about A or C. So I thought maybe A, but maybe I won't go with my gut. I'll go C.
We put a lot of thought into this during the break, everybody. So you say C?
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you. You did it.
Hey!
History of plant life.
All right. That's a great one today. Yeah. All right. Next, I've been watching the countdown clock. I know our producer is watching it. You've been watching. We're all watching the countdown clock for Blast Off for Artemis 2.
Paul, it could have been a mess today. I mean, looking across the entire U.S., we have a lot of rain covering the lower 48 states. And back here in Florida, the Sunshine State, they've actually seen some showers and storms for the day today. So here's a look at a loop over the last, I'd say, 3 hours, where we have had some onshore flow coming in from the east, bringing them some rain across parts of central Florida today. Let's take you back over to Cape Canaveral, Merritt Island. This is where the launch is taking place, Cape Canaveral right here. And earlier on in the day, they did have some showers. Nothing severe, though, for them. And it looks like right now conditions are clear. And a look at that live shot that we had, we did have a lot of sunshine, and it looks like clouds have continued to clear on out. Checking out the winds there, they were at about 10 miles an hour, so really not too breezy either. So looking really good weather-wise for launch. Earlier in the week, that was also a concern because there was also a solar flare off the sun that on Sunday that could have caused maybe some problems while the astronauts were in space, but haven't heard any reports of any active sun patterns now that could cause problems for the launch over the next couple of minutes.
All right, Danielle, watching for